Hey everybody, it's Chanthamontry back again here with Opus Gaming, and I'm here with Brandon Fry, who just got 5th place in the in-person Gencon Regionals. How was the event, Fry?
It's pretty great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. What'd you pilot?
I did Shinegreymon.
And how was it for you?
It was pretty good. There was only one round I lost, and that was just because of bricking.
Yeah,
so.
for sure, for sure. It is Digimon, so no, I totally
It
get
was
that.
like, even after the round, I was kind of like, it had to happen at some point.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. What was your final placing in the tournament?
I got 5th.
Amazing. That's, yeah, top 6 is such a strong finish for sure.
Yeah.
If you just want to jump into the deck profile, what we'll do is we'll run through all the cards, and then at the very end, we'll talk a little bit about the channel and then the Gen Con meta as well.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, nothing weird here.
With the 4 Koromon, I saw that somebody was running a egg that gives an additional -1k. Is there a reason that you went with the draw Koromon over?
That was actually something all the way up until the night before that I was thinking about.
Okay.
In the end, I just went with the draw. Most of the times, at least the playtesting I did beforehand, didn't play any of those decks, but
Yeah, for sure.
the playtesting I did beforehand, the 1000 was always, I wanted them in games where I couldn't do DP reduction anyway.
Yep.
So I decided to just go with the draw because the draw was more useful.
I really like that. I really like consistency for the egg slot specifically, so nice.
Yeah. And then for that Agumon, 3 of that Agumon, 2 X antibody, which I know a lot of people are kind of all over the place on.
Yeah, they go back and forth on the red base or the yellow base. Okay.
And 1 Solar.
I like the 1 Solarmon, so how come you went with this rookie lineup?
Okay, so this one's obvious. Gets you Marcus, gets you Greymons, way too useful. It's also the one that does the negative 2000 DP. It's basically the best Agumon ever.
Yep.
Like, there's no way to go around it.
It's very overtuned.
Way over. Then this one I hated for the longest time, but in a lot of play testing and even in a lot of mirror matches once I actually played him in the tournament, it's just making a Marcus whenever you want. And then the being able to do the 3000 is really good. Sometimes you don't have the right Geogray. Took me the longest time to realize that it's a main once per turn. So somebody did that on me, and I then started doing that on other people. I had no idea. I thought it was an on play for some reason.
No, I get that. I'm the same way. Learning Belphemon was like the exact same way, going through all the effects. So nice.
Then him. I used to run 4 of him for the draw.
Yeah.
But this one's just too useful. So and the memory gain, I'd rather just digivolve, so it didn't help that much. But X antibody, really good. Searches more stuff. If I would have known about Belphemon before the tournament, I probably would have used Belphemon.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just because Belphemon also gets me a Marcus. And then the inheritable, when the stack is destroyed, gain a memory, way too useful. It's not that useful that you need Agumon all the time, so I probably would have gone with the Belphemon. Because before the tournament, I was thinking about using Kudamon. Because the best part is, Kudamon searches Solarmon, and so does that Belphemon, because it just gets a vaccine, and Solarmon's vaccine as well.
There you go.
So, yeah, I would have totally went with Belphemon, and that's probably going to be a change I do after tonight. And then Solarmon for Royal Knights. Did play Royal Knights once.
Okay.
So, yeah, Solarmon didn't really do anything, but I probably will still keep 1 Solarmon in the deck.
I would definitely respect Raw Knights too and just keep one in. But I actually really like the idea of the Belphemon. I haven't heard anybody talk about that, so hearing about that, that's very, very interesting. I like it quite a bit.
Out of the, because I did 4 games where it was mirror match, and only one person was doing Belphemon, and it was amazing. I was just like, that's... And then one person was doing the yellow Kudamon, and Kudamon was doing great for them too, so I'm all like, yeah, I could just be running Belphemon.
I got you.
Then, for champions, also nothing too strange here. We got the Geogreymon that gets memory, Geogreymon that plays a Marcus, and Geogreymon that draws me a card and gains me memory. Again, I also, just like Agumon, used to run a lot more of this one. I hate this one so much, but it does the negative, and when it does happen, it's really useful. I think I got it to happen like 2 or 3 times in the tournament, and being able to just play Marcus for free is way too good.
No, definitely.
And then the best one is this one, except he was a little butt during the tournament and he whiffed like 6 times.
No way.
Yeah. Pissed me off so much, but
I believe it, yeah.
at least it didn't cost me anything. So, and what is it? He still does the negative 3K, which this is normally the one that would go off. So,
Yeah.
then let's see what we got. We got the normal Rise Greymon, plays Marcus, protects Marcus. Way too good.
Yeah, I think he's just super good. He's a pretty standard pick for
Yeah.
the Rise Greymon you want to see early in the game.
Then this Rise Greymon gets you a memory if you need it. If you can play it for free using Marcus, then you just gain a memory out of nowhere. And it protects Marcus. And then 1 X antibody.
How did playing the 1-up for the X antibody work for you?
Worked out really well.
Nice.
And actually, up until the day before the tournament, I was also running, I was actually doing this plus probably another card anywhere. I was down to 2 of this and I was running 2 of the one that does the negative 4,000. Didn't help anywhere near as much as I was hoping it would. Especially didn't help against the aggro games I was playing because JT loves his aggro decks and he was my main guy I was playtesting against. And it was like, it didn't help. So I just took that out. Plus, once I figured out how amazing this guy was, it just really didn't need it.
I got you.
So then Shines.
All
The
the
Marcus
art
Shine.
are so gorgeous.
I know. No,
Yeah.
outside of this, the whole deck is max rarity, I think, now. And then this Shinegreymon.
So you were playing 5 in the level 6 slot. I always
Yes.
ask just because normally when you're playing a level 6, you play at higher numbers. How was 5 for you? Was it pretty consistent with the deck?
It was pretty good. And up until the night before, I was trying to figure out if I wanted to have another burst mode or if I wanted to have another one of him. And in the long run, because of Solarmon, I actually just went with another Red Memory Boost.
Okay.
And it worked out. So actually, there were a lot of the games I won because I had Red Memory Boost out.
Definitely. No, Red Memory Boost being an extender for a deck that's so aggressive and so powerful is it's
Yeah,
huge, for sure.
it's really good. His ability only went off maybe like twice in the tournament. It was pretty good though. It's always really good when his ability goes off.
For sure.
Being able to get Marcus to get up, do 2 security checks is really awesome. But I actually started playing the deck more around him. If I had to choose, I'd probably flip it back. Before the tournament, I was at this, but then going into the tournament, I switched back over to this.
Okay.
But his ability to just make the Marcus into a blocker.
Yep.
And then if I could go into burst mode, and then I can swing with him, he doesn't die. Burst mode, play him again, swing again, trash the top. It's so good.
Yeah, absolutely. That's actually a really interesting combo. I've seen a lot of people playing the 2-3 lineup, but playing 3 of the newer one is a very interesting play for sure because you just get the immediate value, huh?
Like I do, they're so close, but also at least because I played so many mirrors, I played 4 mirrors.
Yep.
The negative 6,000 was so useful.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how I won most of my mirrors, just being able to go. I have it. I can just kill your stack. Your stack's gone. Now I can win.
Okay.
Like, yeah. And anytime they would play any more stuff, I just make sure they never got another stack ever again.
If you played a lot of mirrors, one thing we'll circle back to at the end of the deck profile is if you have any tips for playing the mirror as the Shinegreymon player, because I'm sure you picked up a few things for sure. So cool.
During the tournament, a lot of us were just talking about how fun it was to play a mirror.
Yeah. Nice.
It's not like standard Digimon. There's a lot of back and forth. It's really fun.
That sounds cool.
So then, burst mode, and I'm totally going to put the binary out because the binary is amazing.
It's gorgeous.
Literally, I played it at least every match, except the one where I burnt.
Yeah.
And it was the main winner for most of my games. There was only one game where I won because of Ruin Mode.
Okay, so you're playing a 2-1 split. I like that. That's very balanced. Cool.
And I actually screwed up with Ruin Mode. I thought it was going to cost me the game, but turned out it didn't, so it was good. In the same turn I played him, I also could have attacked to do negative 10,000, but the 2 turns of negative 5 worked. So.
Yeah, nice. Honestly, floodgating your opponent out from what they can play on the board is so good with Ruin Mode. So
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I love Ruin Mode. Cool. Then I got 2 red memory boosts.
Sweet.
And I might simplify this just a little bit because I'm going
Take
to...
your time, no problem.
Then... After red memory boost, because that... one Sunrise Buster, which is my only attack option, the whole deck. the only thing I can do. Played it twice the entire tournament. And it really could have been anything else. And that was the big thing I pulled from every person I played the mirror with. None of them were running Sunrise.
Okay.
I was the only one running Sunrise. And the 2 times I played it, it could have been anything else.
Okay.
It really did need to be
Yeah.
Sunrise.
I was wondering if there were any instances where Sunrise came up, but yeah, no, if it could have been anything else the whole time.
Yeah.
Yep.
The one game where I did play it and it brought me to 0,
Yep.
so I could keep doing stuff and keep on extending. My opponent was basically losing anyway.
Okay.
So even if I would have played the Glorious for 8 and brought it to his turn, his guy would have been dead anyway, and it still would have gone back to me, so it really didn't matter.
I gotcha. Okay.
Okay, and then as per usual, nothing different here. Just a crud ton of Marcuses.
Yeah, 8 of them.
8 of them. Oh, there he is. 8 Marcuses, Muachee. They're all amazing. Yeah, we were talking in the tournament if they ever actually did limit this Marcus at all.
Yep.
I'd probably just run the red one and wouldn't affect too much.
Not too much, right? 'Cause,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually,
It just does a lot. Yeah.
just going off of games and like how the deck works, the biggest card, the 2 biggest cards for them to limit to nerf this deck would be this Geo Gray and this Rise Gray.
Okay.
It's easily these 2.
Those are the
If they knock the Marcuses, I have other Marcuses. Whatever.
Okay.
But if they limited him, that would really suck, I think.
That's really interesting input because yeah, no, we've been talking quite a bit on the team about like what would, if there was a limit on this deck, what would it be, how would it affect the deck and everything like that. So sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just so good. I love the Marcuses.
Oh,
And him doing nothing
Yep.
is the main reason why I love this guy so much. Because otherwise he just kind of sits there most of the time unless you get first.
For sure.
Where if you use him, now he's active more of the time. It's same with the Agumon, makes him active more of the time, so he's not just kind of stuck there doing nothing. Which is also why I think if they did limit him, and I would just run the red one, the red one still would turn into a blocker, still would turn into a dude with Agumon, so it really wouldn't change much.
You would still have some pretty strong plays though, for sure.
Yeah, it would just change the being able to gain a memory and on your opponent's turn when it flips.
To -3.
And the -3. Those would be the only 2 real big changes in.
Your deck
Yeah.
would still be able to do stuff for sure. No,
Yeah.
So wrapping up the deck profile portion of the video, just really quickly, if you guys made it this far and you're not subbed, drop a sub down below. Leave a like, leave a comment. All this stuff helps build the channel. And once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're doing a big giveaway with details down below. But let's talk about the big thing that I really want to know is tips for the Shinegreymon mirror, because this deck is really popular. So what were some things that you said you played a lot of mirrors? So
Yes.
what are some things that you think really helped you win out?
Basically, not going as aggressive. So many people were bringing their lineup very quickly, trying to just get the combo going as fast as possible. I would stay back, do more building in the back row. I would still have an Agumon or a Greymon out here because, you know, being able to do this and this is really good. But I would try to build up in the back, just slowly playing Marcuses, and then once I saw a big threat that they would play, I would rise up, calculate how much negatives I could do. I try not to let them get past Rise Greymon. One time they got to Shine. Oh well, I can do it as long as I have this one. If I don't have this Shine, that's another reason why I kind of want to go back over to 3 of this one.
For the mirrors, okay.
Mainly for the mirrors.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, most of the time it was just being patient, not going up too fast. If I ever got him, it was great. He was really good in the mirrors.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like Rainbow for that reason too.
He was also really good in the mirrors too because the extra 2,000 per Marcus. And that's all I was doing. I was basically concentrating on just playing as many Marcuses as possible, trying to get like 3 or 4 of them out before I brought my things up if I could. It's not ideal all the time. But yeah, a big thing. If I could, this would be... I can never remember the actual name of the card. What is it? The -2000 plays Marcus. It's Glorious something.
Is it Glorious Burst or is it something else?
It's something like that.
Shine Burst?
I
Burst
can't.
Shine? I don't know.
But I'd probably run that. Especially
wondering.
another thing I learned during the tournament, it says negative 2,000 until the end of your opponent's turn, which is huge because apparently you can use that with rune mode.
Oh, yeah, that
and
makes a lot of
that's
sense.
really dumb.
Yeah, that's minus 17k for their entire turn. So,
Yeah.
that's a really good floodgate. So is that the number one choice you would say that you would swap out for?
Yep,
definitely.
this to the negative 12, and these to Beelmons probably.
Cool.
And that's probably it that I would change right now. Oh, and then flipping over one. And that's basically it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So for Gen Con in general, what was the meta like? I know you said you played a lot of mirrors, but what were some of the other decks that people were piloting that were strong?
I didn't play against any of them, but there was a lot of people running, what is it, blue?
Blue Flare?
Yes, Blue Flare.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of people were running Blue Flare. In fact, I think that's the deck that won.
Yep.
Was
I think
Blue
so.
Flare?
Yeah, I think so.
Then Hunters and Crossheart. Those were my other 3 games. I went Hunters, Crossheart, 4 Shine, and then another Hunters.
Oh wow. Yeah.
That's what I played.
Yeah.
And it was like I had actually not play tested once against Hunters or Crossheart going into the tournament, so I was like had no idea what I was doing, and I was playing super serious against them. But apparently they even didn't know that they would win. So I don't know. Those were weird games, but I did win all those. So
hey, that's what's important, and especially with Shine, you have so much DP reduction and stuff like that it can be kind of hard for hunters because they can't stick a card on the board. So I really think that Shine has a really good matchup into anything that needs to live on the board. That's kind of what I've been telling all my friends and stuff. So
the big surprise I had, because I did a shit ton of playtesting against it. Sorry for my words.
No.
I didn't see any Royal Knights once. I know they were out there
for sure,
but like I didn't see any. When I would look back and forth, I think at top table I may have seen it once or twice. It was really weird. I think in the end, in the top 16, there's a couple Royal Knights. I just never saw them. So it was just strange to me, and I was ready for it. I mean, I was ready for it.
Yeah, for sure.
But it just never happened.
Awesome. Hey, but honestly, not running to Royal Knights is totally fine.
I know.
Is wild. That deck is super wild. Do you have any last notes or anything, or do you have any shout-outs for the end of the video here?
No, not too many. Hope I do well going to Nats.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's basically it. I feel like a lot of this was sort of luck, but then I remembered that it was 7 rounds, so it couldn't have just all been luck.
Not just luck, man. No, for sure. RNG is a part of the game, but no, when you're coming out of an event like that, X1, you put in the time, you put in the work, and you picked a really good deck. So no, you definitely deserved it, man.
Very happy Shine is actually good now. I got through all of it, and
you've been playing yellow for so long. You deserve a tier 1 deck, 100%, Fry.
I know, right?
Totally. No, but really quickly, so for shoutouts, I definitely want to shout out Tabletop Tournaments. That's where we're filming right now. That's where Fry works. So just shout out to Tabletop. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that we just do a lot with them. So thank you very much just for everything. And then for you, Fry, congratulations on a top 6 finish from everybody on Opus Gaming. You're just bringing it home. We've been doing really good in Minnesota here, so you're just out here representing. So thank you so much.
Real quick, Mike was also down there, and he almost made it too. It would have been both of us. He lost his last round, which really sucks. I hope I know he's going to be trying to do some more, so I hope he gets it soon.
I'm sure he will. Yeah, no, we're going to be grinding out of Minnesota, so no, for sure. Well, congratulations, Fry, and everybody's going to be Monster with Opus Gaming, and I'm out. Take care, you guys.